I wish I could be like Paul Kafiro.
How did you start that step at a time to be where you are currently?
This is a very good song. I told him, no, I'll not release this song. He released it without my consent. I reached out to Dax Cartel.
What is the secret behind that song?
It defines Toro in two different ways.
There was a controversial behind that song.
The very first time controversies came around, it is when the former Deputy Information Minister, he wrote to UCC and he wanted them to ban the song.
What is that you want to do, the people of Uganda, through your music?
I've seen very many people trying this craft and later on they get demotivated.
What is the future of your music in the next 10 to 20 years? Where do you see yourself?
So I want to have one that will feature these artists and the world gets to know more about them. But there is this one artist I've really wanted to work with, and I pray that I work with this artist before I leave this earth. It is an opportunity to speak to you. Very many of you have just heard my music, you've watched my videos, but you've never heard me talk to you. I have a very big package for you tonight and I'm sure you'll enjoy this. Thank you.
If someone meets you on the street, would want to know who is Marc V Hero and what have you spent your life doing mostly?
Marc V Hero is an artist. I've been doing music since 2018. But then I was in my vacation, senior 6. So I'm a recording artist and performing artist. Away from that, I'm a professional teacher. I'm a teacher of physics and math at one of the secondary schools in Fort Portal. For the time I've spent on earth, I've been doing music and I've been creating. So I've been a creative for all the time I've been here.
What inspired you to join music? Because we are seeing you made a hit of which currently is training in Toro and everybody's enjoying it. How did you begin your journey of music?
It was discovering who I am. And I tried very many things, but out of the things I tried, what I could do best was music. I remember way back in time, I was still a young boy, like 5 years old. So my father had a cassette radio. He could play music every time he could come back home from work. So there is this song of Paul Kafiro. He loved Paul Kafiro so much. So he could play his song and I fell in love with the song. So one time I got an opportunity, I was moving around, I watched his video. I had a guitar, he was putting on a kanzu, so I was like, I wish I could be like Paul Kafiro one day. So by then I couldn't afford a kanzu, and so what I did, I got my father's shirt. So I was a young boy and for him was an old man, so it could fit me as a kanzu.
Yes.
I got a stick, I put the nails and these bottle crowns, chokolo, so it became my guitar. So every time he could play Kafiro's song, I could mimic.
Yes.
Now, since then, I loved the craft. I kept on trying a number of things. When I went in school, I got friends who loved music and I loved music as well. We kept on trying to create this and this up to now.
How has been the journey since you started music?
The journey has been good with some challenges. Nothing is straight, but it has been good and promising. Because if I reflect from where I came from, it was hard in the very first days. People believing in you, people loving what you do. But later on, I kept on trying to convince them with good work, good crafts. And now they do love my music. They love what I do.
Yeah, sure. There is, how is that journey in the beginning? Because you see making a hit and it becomes, there must be a journey.
Yeah, true.
A story, a step at a time. How is that? How did you start that step at a time to be where you are currently?
It began in high school. Actually, I was in my Form 6 and I was inspired by a friend called Dizzy Cristo. Dizzy Cristo took me to studio. That was Big Speed and the producer is Sergio. So we recorded the very first song. But hearing that song I recorded, I was like, no. People don't deserve this. It's not nice. But my friend kept on telling me, I have a friend called Dropper. He kept on telling me that, Mark, this is a very good song. I told him, no, I'll not release this song. I'll make another song. So what he did, he released it without my consent. And guys in school loved it. I didn't expect them to love the song. So he released it without my consent. Guys loved it. I became a superstar in school. Every time I could perform in school, 8 teachers could come around. Cooks, they loved what I used to do by then. So it really gave me courage and hope. I recorded another song, it was Starboy Type. I recorded another one called God is Good, but I was doing it just because I love music, because I was passionate. I didn't mind about making money out of the craft. But later on, I got so much inspirations. I love Vibes Cartel so much. I got so many inspirations. I loved what they do and what they have made from their music. So, they always say if you want to make it in life, get a role model, do what they do. So I got a role model, and what they were doing was investing in the career. It's not only the talent, but as well investing. So I invested some good money. I reached out to Dax Cartel. We recorded the song. We had to shoot videos, 2 videos for one song, and the song had to blow up. Actually, I didn't expect it to blow up like how it did, but just a few days after the song, stories started coming around. People loving the song and other people hating the song.
Yes.
And to me, it was, should I say, it was a plus.
Yes. Yeah.
The more they talked about it, the more it went viral. Started playing in bars, on radios, TVs. Started getting a lot of bookings. A lot of them bookings every weekend. I could have shows, more than one, more than two. Yeah, in Toro, in Bunyoro, elsewhere. So I was like, so when you invest money in your career, blows up. So it opened up my eye.
I've took time to listen in it, and it is so nice.
Thank you.
What is the secret behind that song? Because I'm seeing people enjoying it and people liking it mostly. How did it come in your mind to release that song or to think about uh, producing that song?
The phrase itself from Seida Tayangwa, it defines Toro, but depends on how someone gets it. It defines Toro in 2 different ways. People elsewhere think that when someone says Seida Tayangwa, it means Batoro are so much into men that any man that comes around will accept. But that's not the reality. Seida Tayangwa means if you are married to your man and anything happens, maybe you have a fight during the day or maybe you have some disagreements, when it is the right time for the bedroom, you should not refuse your man in any way. That's what it means. So I wanted to bring out that word so that maybe more people can explain. No one will get to know about the details of something before you first give them the brief part of it.
Yes.
So Msija Tayanga was to open eyes. People are elsewhere. What should they know about this word and how should they really understand? How should they really get its meaning? Though some people took it differently, they thought I was outshining, or maybe I was really reflecting the other bad side, the other bad perception of people elsewhere.
Yes.
But I was preaching, and I preached in a different genre, maybe that didn't give the details of the whole word, of the whole phrase on Sida Tayangwa. I really wanted a genre like dancehall, whereby people will dance but as well get the message. So a few people didn't dance but got the message and got the message in a wrong way. Yes, but I'm happy that people love the song. People really like it and they really don't take it so serious about what it really means, but the vibe.
There was a controversial behind that song. You can take us through what was it really about?
The very first time controversies came around, it is when the former Deputy Information Minister of Toro Kingdom, he wrote to UCC and he wanted them to ban the song, saying that the song was preaching ill about Toro culture, which wasn't true. The other minister in the kingdom was well in the same thing. He was on radios talking about the song. Some radios didn't really give me airplay. Radios here in Toro and Bunyoro saying that it was preaching ill about Toro and Bunyoro culture. But I came out to really explain to them. I explained to them what it really means and what my intentions were about the song. A few understood, the others didn't. And at the end of it all, I didn't mind about a certain audience because I did this song for my fans who love my music, who love dancing to my beats and all that. So they really welcomed it. They danced to it. There is one moment I was performing at a show in Kampala, Toro Kwegonza. That was last year. Among the songs I had on my list to perform, it wasn't there because I was scared. I'm performing for Batoro in Kampala, and this word is so much spoken about in Kampala. So what I did, I was like, I'll not perform this song.
Yes.
But surprisingly, people were shouting. We went on say that I am.
Through music that you're giving to people of Toro, to people of Uganda, and the world at large, what is that you want to do the people of Uganda through your music?
A number of things I want to do through my music. Number one, music is the only way how we can preach to all generations that are here right now and the generations to come. Most people right now, when you organize a conference, they will not come through. When you organize maybe a sensitization campaign about some key things like health, campaigns advocating for the environment and all that, people will not really come through. But once we give that message through music, people always get the message. So number one, I want to spread good messages to people about different things, about different theories, about different concepts in life, so that they can maybe learn, so that they can maybe get inspired and all that. The other is I want to raise a number of talents. I've seen very many people trying this craft and later on they get demotivated. Later on they feel like giving up. So I want to be an example to them.
Yes.
They have to look at me and be like, yeah, we can still make it like how he did. So I want to be an example to them. Number three, I want to represent my region worldwide.
Yes.
I want to represent Toro worldwide because we've seen people representing their cultures everywhere globally. I want to do the same. I want Toro to be represented in the US, to be represented in the UK, and more so, I really want to make money and develop my land. Because with music, it's a business. We can still make money and a lot. So I want to make money and develop my land, Toro, and as well, people should benefit from my craft.
We are seeing young people, all the upcoming musicians, they are trying to make it in music, but it's quite hard. If someone would want to learn from you, which steps would you recommend first?
Steps number one, pray to God, because God is the greatest. So if God gave you the talent to sing, then He'll as well uplift it. Number two, believe in yourself before anybody believes in you. Sometimes you might try out to sing and people be like, no, this is not good. But you can still give them the best. So believe in yourself and know that you can still do it, irrespective of the challenges, irrespective of the negative comments. Number three, you need to invest. I'll be very clear on this. You need to invest some money. Right now, you'll not make a song, you put it on your phone and you expect it to become a hit. When you check the industry trends now, it is not that a good song will penetrate through. No, it is a song that you really push, song that you really give in your best. The other is do good work. Once you do good work, then some point it will sell out itself easily. So pray, work hard, believe in yourself, invest in some money and time, make research, get a role model, do what they do, it'll eventually be there.
We have seen a number of musicians, the upcoming musicians, or the musicians who have tried to make a hit. They come, they make a hit, they go down and they get lost. You'll never hear them anywhere. You never hear their music. How are you planning to overcome that?
That's true. I've as well seen many. They blow up and then later they really fade. I was talking to my friend Christopher today. I was telling him about Silento. There is some American rapper called Silento. He made a very big song at 17 years old. It hit 2 billion views on YouTube, but now you can't find him anywhere. He was even arrested. So I've been listening to stories and really finding out what led to the collapse of some artists, what led to the rise of some artists, and finding out is they don't really get consistent with their work. You know, once you do something, and it blows up, you feel like I've achieved it all. You feel like now whatever I do, people will just love it. But they didn't just love the very first project because it was good. No, because it was good and no, so you put in efforts. So when you release the other project, do the same thing you did to the very first project. So it's all about consistency. And away from that, you should always find ways of being relevant. You know, with this industry, it is like today you'll bring this product on market and people will love it. The other day they will not. So it's all about putting more effort to keep relevant. I'm always inspired by these telecommunication companies. They have there are only two in Uganda, but the way how they advertise. You go to the villages, you go to radios, TVs, you'll find them advertising. And you ask yourself, what are they really looking for? They already have the customers, but they don't take that for granted. They always work hard to keep relevant. They are always consistent and they have a goal that is beyond what they are achieving right now.
Yes.
So someone should have a goal beyond what he is achieving at the moment. And you should always focus and fight hard to achieve it. Once you achieve it, then set another big goal. You'll keep going.
When somebody starts a project, he has a time frame. The future of the project should be like, at this year, I want to be here. At this stage, I want to be here. Looking at you personally, what is the future of your music in the next 10 to 20 years? Where do you see yourself?
There are very many things I want to put across. Number one, I want to have the biggest record label here in Toro, whereby we shall record music, record videos for all the talents. Because we have a number of them have been performing in schools, performing in villages, performing in very many places, and I've been seeing very many talents. Only that they don't have resources, they don't have support. So I want to create a record label that will give them chance, that will record their music either for free or maybe at a subsidized fee, record their videos and show them to the world. I also want to have a very big band here, a band that is for artists. You've always gone to happening places here, you find there are bands playing for people, but you've not seen any artist being featured on the bands. So I want to have one that will feature these artists and the world gets to know more about them. More so, just like how I said before, representing Toro globally.
When it comes to musicians like who have made a hit so far, after making a hit, people look at making collab with other top world-class musicians. Have you tried to think about it?
Yeah, I have. And I have a number of projects that I've not yet released with top artists from Kampala and even from our region here. Though I have my strategies that I laid before I release any other song with an artist from Kampala. How about releasing my single and it blows up for a Kampala artist to look for me? Umseja Tayangwa, I featured Dax Cartel. It's from Kampala. And it really helped me to cross borders. So now in my other project, I feel like I should first release singles, then an artist from Kampala or maybe any other top artist should look for me to as well help him cross boundaries to my region. It is very possible. So I'm waiting for that moment and I'm working towards it, and I believe it will be very soon.
Yes, sometimes getting collab with such a people like Dax Cartel, it is not easy because for them they are a bit top. And when they look at the upcoming musicians, they feel like this guy maybe still has a long journey to go. What did you have some close friendship with him in order to feature in your music?
Actually, I've worked with most top artists, and before I didn't have close relationship with them. I've worked with Carol Cassette as well. I've worked with Trivia Dempsey from Australia, but it is all about doing good work. Once you do good work and you present it to the right people, they will appreciate you and appreciate your work as well. And number two, being professional. The top artists love professionalism so much. So get professional. If you are approaching them, are you professional enough? Will they see sense in what you're presenting to them? So that one has been key to me, and it has been really hoping me so much to link up with them. Number three is having people to help you in your public relations. Now, like Msija Tayangwa, it is a friend called Kat Josh. He connected me to Dax Cartel. I didn't know about him. I just knew his music. And boom, we did magic. So professionalism, doing good work and knowing how to present yourself and when.
Have you thought of making a collab, maybe try to approach still these top musicians whose likes of Eddie Kenzo, Bebe Cool, I think Bob Wayne is part of, is getting out of the music. These top musicians, have you tried to make maybe close contact with them, see how you can make a collab with them? Not forgetting Navio, because he's a man who loves culture mostly. But I don't know if you have ever tried to make a close, and how are you planning maybe to go about it?
There are some artists that I really want to work with, and to them, it is easy to get them because I have people who really connect me to them. Though I've not yet really wanted to do so. But there is this one artist I've really wanted to work with, and I pray that I work with this artist before I leave this earth. That is our own Princess Juliana Kanyomozi. It has been very hard for me to get Juliana. It is still hard for me, but I believe when right time comes, I'll get Juliana Kanyomozi on our project. That is my dream. And if there is any person watching this podcast, maybe they can help me connect me to Juliana.
Or how do you go about music and your profession of teaching? How do you differentiate those things?
At first, it was quite hard for me until when I learned the basics. Number one, teaching is quite tricky. Teaching as a profession is quite hard. What am I trying to mean? There is this code of conduct that you should have as a teacher. They should not see you in any other way, because if they see you in any other different way, they might lose trust in you. Because teaching someone, it's all about them having trust in you and what you give them. So at first it was quite hard because I was really mixing the two. I'm an artist, I should have this kind of hair, and a teacher, I should have this different kind of hair. But later on, I got down to the books. I read how should a teacher be treated, how should a teacher treat himself, and how should a teacher really conduct himself. And then more, so I go to the music, how should an artist be? And I found out that you can still be an artist when you are a doctor, when you are an engineer, when you are a teacher. So when I'm at school, I'm a teacher. I don't really bring in any art of music when I'm doing my work at school. And my students know that. I'm in class, all they expect from me is physics. All they expect from me is math. Any question you're asking should be about the topic I'm teaching you, not asking me about the artist in me. And when I'm in music, then I don't expect anything like a book or maybe a piece of chalk. So all I do is I set time for both. I set time for teaching. I make sure that there is nothing that should interfere my teaching. I set time for my music. Nothing should interfere the time for my music.
How do you reply to the critics who say about Toro music that Toro music is not going viral? Musicians in Toro, maybe they have not done what it takes to make it to that level. What do you upset about those critics?
I'll just tell them that it is a journey. It is a journey. And when you are moving, you don't expect yourself to your destination as early as you start. You have to be patient, take your time, move through your journey, reach your destination. Toro music, I've seen it grow. The time when I started music, there are very few artists here, very few shareholders here, very few platforms like this here. But if we have this, it means the industry is growing. You should just be patient that time will come and Toro music will blow up. Take a look at Angola music. They used to feed us so much with gospel music, but now they are making concerts at Lugogo every other time and then, making concerts in their home districts every other time and then. So with Toro, it is also a journey, though the other people are ahead of us, but we shall as well reach there. When you look at the industry now, we have very many big artists doing good music and people love their music. I'll talk about Sifri, I'll talk about Holy Trimi, I'll talk about Sergio, a number of them. They are doing good music and people are loving music. than before. So numbers are increasing, stakeholders are increasing, the quality of work is getting better. So we just need to be patient. Shall be there.
How do you integrate Toro culture into your music?
Yeah, number one, I use the language. What sells a culture so much is the language. Are you able to communicate with your language to the other world? Because with culture, we so much mind about the definition of most key terms, definition of things we do, occasions we have in our culture. And the very best way to sell it out is language. For example, any other company will have a public relations office. So the PRO to any culture is its language. So I'm selling the culture, I'm selling the language. I was checking on my monetary app. An app that helps me monitor my music. My music has been playing in 9 countries since the year began up to now. And what does that mean? All the other countries that are listening to my music, they are listening to the language. So I'm selling the culture by using the language and very many other things.
Let's combine them together because you are in that sector. What are the challenges personally you faced as a Toro musician at the same time as a teacher? And how have you managed to overcome them?
The biggest challenge has been dividing time, because you find you have to perform in a very far place and the next day you have to be in class. You're supposed to perform late in the night and early in the morning you have a lesson. It has been really challenging, though you always find means of doing that. Sometimes you need to delegate. Sometimes you need to accept that you can't be in both places at the same time. There are very many shows I've set aside because I have to keep my job. It contributes to my growth and all the other things. Sometimes you accept that I should put this show aside, it will affect me, my career. Or sometimes you delegate. I'll not be able to make it in class, but I'll make sure that work is done as I attend to my other audience in music. So the biggest challenge has been dividing time, but I'm really happy that my bosses understand what I do. They know I'm an artist, and they really give me time to do that and opportunities as well. The other challenge has been resources. You know, being an artist is like any other person having a company. Music is very diverse, it's so broad. You have to go to studio, you have to go to radio, you have to look for shows, you have to look for what to put on, you have to look for all the other stakeholders, and you find you can't do that work alone. So you need people to work with. And when you are still growing, resources may not be enough, and people need money. People need to be paid once you want them to do that for you. So it has been really hard for me to find enough resources to facilitate everything that I would need in my career. So those are the two biggest challenges: time and resources.
People come start project, start ventures, start innovative ideas, or become musicians, or become artists, and they decide to quit and leave the project. What is that thing that kept you going every day, not giving up?
Only one thing: the word reason. I've heard people say everything happens because of a reason, and that is true. There is a reason why God gave me this talent to sing, and there is a reason why the other person has a talent to play football. And it is not that everyone will be able to sing. So if there is a reason for me to really do that, if there is a reason for me to have this talent, then I should as well justify that reason. It will be so bad if you're outside there, you can do something, but you leave this earth without doing it. I feel like you'll have disobeyed God, because He has a reason why He gave you that. So what keeps me going is I've this talent because it is God given, and God has a number of reasons why He gave me this. Maybe I should use this talent to really look after the other people who are vulnerable. Maybe I should use my talent to provide the resources that will really help me and the people around me. So what keeps me going is that There is a reason why I have this talent, and I should not take that reason for granted.
Is there any day you thought of giving up? And why didn't you giving up and you keep moving?
Yeah, time has been there where I really thought of giving up. I felt like I've not been appreciated enough. I've really done the music. I've invested in my time, my money, but I've not really been appreciated. But what kept me going is uh, I kept looking at my role models, just like how I told you before, reading stories about the rise and fall, some big brands, big companies. At some point, you just need that in mind that at any time I might fall, but how should I overcome that? And once you find out how you can overcome that, that means before you fall, you'll already know that I'm expecting this to come and I can go about it in this way. So times have been there where I feel like depressed, where I feel like I should give up on this. But ask myself, if I give up, who will do it? Nobody else. I cannot share this talent with some other person. So it is me, nobody else. It is me, me against the world.
Personally, what lessons have you learned through your career in music?
I've learned that if you really want to make it in life, you just need to be disciplined. It takes nothing for you to be humble. And once you're humble, you reach out to very many people, you receive a number of opportunities. So I've learned that discipline is key. Then number two, I've learned that things don't come the easy way. I've learned that the way you expect things to happen, it's not the way how they really happen. You just need to go an extra mile. You just need to work harder. You just need to work for whatever that you want. Things will not come in any way that you expect them. So I learned that you should work extra hard to achieve what you really want.
If you could get a chance to have a collab with an international artist, let's say Chris Brown, Rihanna, Jay's, or Pitbull, those guys, which one would you choose most?
I love the king of dancehall, Vibes Carter.
Yes.
Yeah, actually it is. I really pray hard that even if I don't work with him, I should see him perform live. I love Vibes Cartel and love his versatility. And the V in my name is defined by versatility, and he's the king of versatility, as I can say. So I really wish that I can work with Vibes Cartel.
What is the story behind Marc V Hero?
The story behind Marc V Hero, my real name is Makune, so I remove the UNE and I remain with Marc. Then the V is defined by versatility. I'm this guy who can do all genres. I can do dancehall, I can do hip hop, I can do R&B, I can do amapiano, say it all. And it is not common with most of the artists. So I felt like I'm versatile enough. So I should define myself with that, Marc V. Then Hero, I want to be celebrated. I want to be remembered. And you can't be remembered when you've not done heroic things, when you've not become a hero in your lifetime. So it's what I'm really working for. It's what I really want to be. And after this journey, I want to be remembered as a hero.
Musicians, these are the people who mostly have world's attention, people's attention. If you could get an attention to the world for 20 seconds, which message would you send to the people who would listen to you?
That is quite tricky. The 20 seconds I would get, I would tell them these three words or maybe three statements. Number one, God is the greatest. Number two, no one is special. We can all be the best. We can all make it in this world. And then number three, we just need to unite and make the world a better place. We say divided, of course we shall fall. And once we are together, we shall raise this world. So those would be my three words that I'll tell the world.
What other things do you do, you personally, as Marc V Hero?
I'm into charity. I run some charity organization called the Makone Foundation. I love creating smiles. I love seeing people happy. So I've been doing charity campaigns I've been having occasions and people who really need attention, people who really need our assistance. So away from teaching and music, I do charity.
What is the upcoming project you're preparing for us currently?
A number of them. I'll begin with my forthcoming event. It is called Dine with V. It's a dinner that will happen on 22nd of August 2025. It's going to happen at Gaia Eco Hub. It's located along Kivoga Road in Fort Portal. It is a day that will be filled with a number of activities. We shall have a 3-course dinner. We shall have performances from myself and my friends. We shall have Sagi Omoza coming through to perform. We shall have Holy Trime coming through to perform. We shall have Sifri coming through to perform. We shall have Timanova, a number of them, and the artists I've really mentioned here have hits currently, and they have really contributed positively to my career. We shall have poetry. Poets will come through. We shall have night football for both males and females. We shall have live painting sessions, and the whole event is going to be silent. It's a silent edition. We shall use headsets throughout. Why? Because I want people to listen to the real Marc V. I want people to listen carefully and attentively to Marc V. I want them to listen to my catalog. I have a very big catalog. There are songs they've heard and songs they have not heard of. More so, it is a limited edition. We have a certain number of people that we want, and I would advise people out there to really book their tickets as early as now. Our tickets go for 30,000, that is standard, 50,000 VIP, 70,000 VVIP, and on that money you get all the services, all the activities I've talked about. You'll enjoy them. You'll eat and drink on that money. You'll have the headsets on that money. You'll see the performances. You'll have a good time on that money. So I'll remind you, 22nd of August 2025, come and dine with V. And we should even take this opportunity to invite you as well to come through for that. So away from the dinner, I have songs coming about. I have songs with a girl called Arthur. She's a very big and good talent. The world has not yet experienced her talent, but very soon I'll unleash her to the world. I have projects with top artists from Kampala and Mbarara. I'll be letting you know with time.
If someone wants to listen to your music, where can they find you?
Get me on my social media handles: Marc V Hero on Instagram, Marc V Hero on X, Marc V Hero on Facebook, Marc V Hero on TikTok. And Marc V Hero is MARC. Some people write K. MARC space V then HERO. If you want to listen to my music, you can get it on all the downloading sites. You can stream my music on Spotify, on iTunes. You can get me everywhere on internet. As well, if you're in you're in that local place down there in the village, my music is in all music stores, all music libraries. Find it there. You can even call on radio, call on TV, they'll play for you my music.
That's all we had from Marc V Hero. His story of resilience, passion for music, teaching. Hope you have enjoyed this story. It's been so nice and so interesting. And you can find Marc V Hero on his social media handles as he has explained. And not forgetting to subscribe on this YouTube channel. We promise you to always deliver the best, to bring you the guest that you always want to listen to. This marks the end of this episode. I've been your host, Joseph Rombanyoro, for God and my country.